Good evening, friends. Thank you for joining me every evening to follow what's happening in India and abroad. And thank you for sending me your useful comments and suggestions. If you believe in this channel, do share it with your friends and spread the message. Our only mission is to bring you the truth and both sides of the story. Thank you for the support. Remember, friends, tomorrow is a very important day. We are making our silent protest to the Prime Minister. It will be on at 8 p.m. tomorrow in Candidate Meena. Please come with your, message, and it'll be a silent silent form of protest. Join us in large numbers so that the message goes strong and clear that all the SSRians from around the world are not going to sit still till we get justice for not only SSR Indisha and Jia, but also others like Janvi Kukreja, who are not celebrities. There's something wrong. And now, Siddharth as well. It's not a simple case of just a heart attack. We need to get this message that Mumbai has become a deathbed. And no one can ask any questions because neither is the police, accountable, nor is the hospital accountable, and the family appear to be too scared to speak. Okay, first we'll speak about the latest news about Mahavikas Aghadi. The NIA files charge sheet in Antilia bomb case, which is good news. One second, friends. Let me just, yes. So in the Antilia case, the NIA files a charge sheet, which is actually good news. But what about the SSR case? If that is being speeded up, yes, the SSR case has to be speeded up. And this is the kind of message we need to give the Prime Minister tomorrow. Why are we seeing only developments in the Antilia case? What is the CBI, the ED, and the NCB doing in the SSR case? Why no developments? Remember, friends, with regards to our silent protest tomorrow, Rabia Khan and Deepti Pinati will also be joining us. In the Antilia case, the NIA on Friday filed a charge sheet. In the Antilia bomb scare case and Mansukh Kiran murder case, and charged Sachin Vaze and Pradeep Sharma with murder. In a breaking development, former Assistant Police Inspector in the Mumbai Police, Sachin Vaze, and his aide and fellow encounter specialist, Pradeep Sharma, have been charged with murder by the NIA in the Antilia bomb scare case and the Mansukh Kiran case. Sachin Vaze has been charged with many sections, under section 120B, 201, 286, 302, 364, 386, 403, 419, 465, 473, and 506 of IPC, along with sections 16, 18, and 20 of Unlawful Activities Prevention Act. Whereas Pradeep Sharma has been charged under 120B, 201, 302, 364, and 403 of IPC, along with 16, 18, and 20 of UAPA. NIA had taken over the Antilia bomb scare case from Mumbai Police, while the Mansukh Kiran murder case was taken over from the Maharashtra Anti-Terror Squad. Former encounter specialist Pradeep Sharma's role surfaced in the Mansukh Kiran case, whereas Sachin Vaze's is connected to both the cases and the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, which was invoked in the cases. There are 10 names mentioned in the NIA charge sheet, including Sachin Vaze, Pradeep Sharma, Riaz Qazi, Sunil Mane, which is Vaze's close aide, Santosh Sheller, and Anand Yadav, who was in contact with Pradeep Sharma. Sachin Vaze had in fact been tasked with probing the Antilia bomb scare case till his own role in the matter surfaced and he was taken into custody. The NIA had earlier informed the special judge that it needs time to interrogate Sachin Vaze for further investigation in the case. A defense lawyer has informed PTI that the NIA filed the charge sheet 2 days before the end of the 30-day extension granted by the court to complete the process. Now moving on to the Siddharth Shukla case. TV heartthrob and Big Boss 13 winner Siddharth Shukla, who starred in several popular television shows, was cremated on Friday afternoon in Mumbai, a day after his tragic and untimely demise that shocked his fans across the country and the entertainment world. His body was taken from the Cooper Hospital in a flower decked ambulance to the Oshiwara crematorium, where a large number of his relatives, friends, and colleagues were present to pay their last respects to the departed soul. Siddharth's mother, Rita Shukla, and rumored girlfriend, Shehnaz Gill, was were present there, and they looked, sort of inconsolable. He came back home around 10:30 to 11 p.m. He then went to bed, she said, and woke up around 3:30 a.m. complaining of discomfort. And he asked for a glass of water, and they gave him some medicine. Shehnaz, the rumored girlfriend, was the one who was with the actor during his last moments on Thursday morning, September 2. Despite Shehnaz hiding from the majority of yesterday to avoid the media spotlight following Siddharth's death, the police were able to record her statement. As per media, she said that his head was on her lap and she tried to wake him, but his body had gone cold. Shehnaz realized he had passed away by that point. This was before they reached the Cooper Hospital. He passed away on September 2, Thursday morning, due to a heart attack. The Cooper Hospital in Mumbai informed that Siddharth Shukla had medicine at night before sleeping and didn't wake up. The Big Boss 13 winner was an avid social media user, and therefore his last Instagram post was on August 24th, 2021, in which Siddharth paid a heartfelt tribute to all the medical workers and frontline workers. Also, he can be seen in a picture of himself posing with a placard that read, "The heroes we owe." The late Siddharth in the post also promoted Amazon Prime's upcoming web series Mumbai Diaries that followed the frontline workers and hospital staff as Mumbai witnessed a terror attack on November 26, 2008. He captioned the post, "To all the frontline warriors, a thank you from the heart. You risk your lives, work for countless hours, and comfort patients who wouldn't be with your families. You truly are the bravest. Being in the front line surely isn't easy, but we really appreciate your efforts." Mumbai Diaries on Prime is an ode to these superheroes in white capes, the nursing staff, and their countless sacrifices. Trailer out on 25th August, "The Heroes We Owe." Siddharth also updated on Twitter account and last tweeted a congratulatory note to the athletes at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Sumit Antil and Avani Lekhara. He wrote, "Indians making us proud over and over again. A world record in addition to the gold. Congratulations, Sumit Antil and Avani Lekhara." He admitted also in another interview that he was a mama's boy. He had once said, "I'll always melt for my mum. People know him as a man with a rough exterior. But the one person I'll always melt for is my mum," he said. "Right from the time I was born. She's been the most important person in my life. I was the youngest of 3 kids and too small to play with my sisters, so I was always around mum. Apparently, back when I was a toddler, I would start crying if I had to go a second without her." So it's apparent that he underwent a very tough life because his father passed away and his mother took over the responsibility of looking after the 3 children. Siddharth also admitted that mum Rita Shukla played a pivotal role in finding his passion, and he mentioned that his mother, helped him in finding this side of his. "I used to always act like the cool guy, so in an attempt to teach me a lesson, she sent me for modeling contest, thinking I'd be put in my place. Funnily enough, I actually won. So even on a subconscious level, she's been a guiding force in my life." Now, Siddharth Shukla was brought to Mumbai's Cooper Hospital around 10:30 a.m. on Thursday by his family. He was brought dead, said the hospital. Initial reports suggested a heart attack, but doctors said the autopsy would establish the cause of death. A team of 3 doctors carried out the postmortem at Cooper Hospital, which was recorded on video. Sources say no external or internal injuries were found. The viscera samples have been sent for a chemical analysis. A histopathology will be done, and only after that the cause of the death will be clear, said the sources. His body was taken from the hospital in a flower-decked ambulance straight for the cremation home, where his relatives, friends, and colleagues were present to pay their last respects. Rumors were rife that Salman Khan did not want Siddharth to be the Big Boss 13 winner, and that he quit the show because of this reason, and Karan Johar took over. Now, my questions here are that why was his BMW rear mirrors damaged if the news that is coming through certain media, true? When he returned home, why was the car damaged? And why is the mainstream media not mentioning it? Did he have a fight with someone? Or was there an accident? And did he return home alone? Now that Shahnaz says she was with him, it means she must have returned with him, or she would have been there in the morning. We don't know. We don't know how come she would be there with him at 3:30. So most probably she would have spent the night with him. Now, did the CCTV footage show who came in? Where is the CCTV footage? And why, when he died at 3:30, did it take them more than 7 hours to take him to the hospital? Who gave him the medicine before which he got an attack? Is there a possibility that someone spiked his drink? Why did the police not declare what happened if it was, as they say, an open and closed case, with him suffering only a heart attack? Family is said to have, there is no play, foul play. Family is said to have said that there is no foul play. Why does it remind me of what happened to Sunanda Pushkar's son when he said that he did not suspect any foul play? Or what Disha's mother said? Or what SSR's sister's silence is saying? Why are there no pictures of his body? If this is such an open and shut case, why not the transparency? Why can't we see his body? And why? And if there are no bruises or marks, all the more that you should have shown the public his body. Why did the post-mortem take so long if it was only a heart attack? Why was the body not brought home after post-mortem at the Kupa hospital for friends and relatives to see? Why was it taken directly for cremation? And why did the police not state what had happened if this was such a simple case of a heart attack? Too many doubts for us to see this as an open and shut case, friends. I would love your comments after we've finished this session. Meanwhile, in the Yo-Yo Honey Singh wife's case, a Delhi court on Friday granted permission to Bollywood rapper and singer Yo-Yo Honey Singh's wife, Shalini Talwar, to visit her matrimonial home to collect her belongings. The Metropolitan Magistrate of the Mahila Court, Tanya Singh, directed that Talwar can visit her matrimonial home on September 5th and said that the entire visit shall be videographed. The Bollywood famed singer and rapper appeared before the court, and both Singh and Shalini Talwar were counseled by the judge in her chambers for around 2 hours. Meanwhile, senior advocate Rebecca John and Ishan Mukherjee, appearing for Singh, moved a plea for an in-camera hearing of the entire case and bar on reporting. The judge, however, said that the decision on this plea will be taken after speaking to both parties. Meanwhile, Sandeep Kapoor, advocate senior partner Karan Jawala and company, appearing for Talwar, argued before the court, "I'm seeking rupees 10 crores interim compensation as I'm not seeking maintenance. On final, I'm seeking rupees 20 crores compensation, but until that is decided, the interim shall be given." Meanwhile, NIA has finds Pakistan LTT Connect after investigating a case involving the arrest of 7 Sri Lankans. Now, is this in any way connected to the drug nexus? NIA has slapped UAPA against 7 Sri Lankans and has found enough links with the uprising of the LTT. NIA has conducted several raids and found Hawala transactions. On March 18th this year, the Coast Guard intercepted a fishing vessel from Sri Lanka and seized rupees 3,000 crores worth of drugs, 5 AK-47 rifles, and a large number of bullets during a raid on the Arabian Sea coast. 6 Sri Lankan nationals were arrested and cases were registered against them under Arms Prohibition Act. The NIA, which began its probe in the matter has found credible links that connect the operations to a Pakistani handler and also suspect it as a move for the revival of Liberation Tigers of Tamil Eelam, LTTE, designated as a terrorist organization by 32 countries, including the European Union, Canada, the United States, and India. The agency is also close on the heels of proving a Pakistan LTTE nexus for various illegal activities in the Indian peninsula. In another operation, on July 3rd, the anti terror squad of Tamil Nadu, in a dramatic covert operation, swooped in to arrest another Sri Lankan national named Suresh, who had been reportedly living in Angamali in central Kerala, close to Kochi International Airport. It is learned that the interrogation of Suresh, who is suspected to be a key underworld gang operative in Sri Lanka, has split the beans on various operations of the international network operating in India. Reports suggested that former LTTE apologists are also on the radar, and many links have emerged from these investigations. They are also tracing various Hawala transactions that have taken place between Tamil Nadu and Kerala. The agency admitted before the court that custodial interrogation revealed the gang transferred money to UAE via Hawala networks for buying arms, ammunition, and narcotics. As per NIA, the purchase of the same was carried out through a Pakistani national. Meanwhile, in the case of Amir Khan's brother, Faizal Khan, in an interview, he says, I still fear for what Amir Khan did to me. He wanted my signatory rights, he said. The actor turned producer said that he still fears Amir Khan and suffers from trauma following his house arrest. Bollywood director Faizal Khan, the brother of Amir Khan, has made some sensational disclosures in his recent interview, saying that his brother pressurized him to grant him his signatory rights and locked him up by falsely declaring him as mentally ill. Speaking to Navbharat Times, Faisal opened up about his complicated relationship with his brother Amir Khan in the last few years, especially after its legal tussle with the Bollywood superstar over his custody. The legal battle between the two brothers had taken place after Amir Khan's family had kept Faisal Khan under house arrest for about a year. Amir Khan and his family had allegedly locked up Faisal Khan at his house over suspicion that Faisal was depressed and had paranoid schizophrenia. Earlier in an interview, Faisal Khan had rejected the talks around his depression and mental illness as a lie. He has said that he was never depressed or had paranoid schizophrenia and had made some serious allegations against his family. Responding to the same in his latest interview, Faisal revealed that he might have forgiven brother Amir. However, it has not been tough. It has not been tough to forget the incident. The actor turned producer said that he still fears Amir Khan and suffers from trauma following his house arrest. The actor also said that he had to run away from home to avoid being forever a prisoner in Amir Khan's house. In the interview, Faisal said, despite all the suffering, he wished Amir Khan and his family the best. However, following the trauma he suffered, he has resolved to maintain a distance from them. He said he's been trying to regain his lost glory through his new film called Factory, in which he has acted and also directed. In the interview, Faisal further disclosed that Amir Khan and his family deliberately declared that he was depressed and had paranoid schizophrenia. The actor turned director said that he had to move to the court when Amir Khan asked him to give up his signatory rights. Faizal Khan said his lawyer had advised him to leave the city for a while. However, he added that Amir Khan tracked him with the help of the police and forced him to get treatment for the purported mental illness. I was given the wrong medication for 1 year, which was very unfair on the family's part. I was quietly tolerating it all, hoping that they will finally understand. Faisal, the younger brother for Amir Khan, said he was forcefully admitted to Mumbai's JJ hospital, where he underwent a mental evaluation for 20 days, after which he was declared of sound mind and mentally healthy. That's all for now, friends. I'll take some of your comments and see what you're commenting about. Yes, he was also drugged with CBS oil. Also, Shipilka, is that how? Shilpika? Yeah. Uh, Also, the fact that, see, in many of these cases that's happening now, Shipika, is that the same modus operandi is being used in different, stages. So it's like, these people have everything, you know, uh, planned. The victim, once they find a victim, everything is planned, whether it is brother or friend or uncle, doesn't matter. Shehnaz is an opportunist, and she provided that in BB 13, conveniently sticking during and post BB with Sid, either for her own selfish reasons or she too is planted. See, in most of these cases, Kritika, I find that, see, these people plant a honey trap. And once a honey trap is planted, then the whole strategy starts. This is how we saw in the case of Sushant. Now, it may perhaps be the same in this case as well. Yes, Rex. What is CBS oil? Did everyone here call CBI? I think there is a good strategy moving out of online space. Our Saturday protest is also important to reach PM directly. Thank you so much, Sunita, for spreading this message. I hope all of you who are here today will join me tomorrow and bring in more people to make this protest really valid. If some drugs are involved, family will not reveal anything. Yes, Dr. Pushpa. Ma'am, it's not as if we saw GF is more crying than mother and sister. Why police not investigating? Sid's BMW. Absolutely, Maria. Hope his mom fights for Sid. Uh, just a second, yeah. Yes. I don't know whether that will happen. Yes. Friends, if you like to join, I'm giving you the link. Do join. So I don't think Srinivasan, she will, because she is already saying that, see, she doesn't suspect any foul play. So I feel that perhaps there is some threat from somewhere. BMW was damaged. Why main media hiding this? Yes. Monica. John Doe, if you feel this is defamation, then please leave. There is no defamation. We are just putting the thoughts that are coming in our mind, John. It's not that, see, we are declaring anything. It's just that we are putting our doubts. And as public, we have full right to ask what is happening. I mean, you can't just be just like dummies sitting there and believing everything that the Mumbai police have been giving. As it is, I don't trust the Mumbai police. But now, if after Paramveer Singh has gone, if this police is also going to behave in the same manner, then where is the trust? Welcome, Vijaya.
Good evening, ma'am. Yeah,
Friends, you can join me. I'm giving you the link. So please welcome to the show. Yeah, thank you, Vijaya.
thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Ma'am, you're able to hear me?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
The moment I heard this, like he was taken to Cooper Hospital, I understood, ma'am, this is all, there is a foul play again.
Yes,
Ma'am,
yes,
they have even just like SSR, whichever hospital was nearby, they have
not
not
taken it.
gone there, and they have taken all the way from his place to Cooper Hospital.
Yes,
Why
yes.
only Cooper Hospital, ma'am?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
want
And
that
also,
answer.
Vijaya,
Mm.
and also
Yes,
Vijaya, you
ma'am.
see the
Yes.
delay. See the delay.
See the
See the
delay.
body at 3:30,
Exactly.
and look at
Mm.
the time which it has reached the hospital.
Exactly. Yes,
So
ma'am.
why? Why?
Why? Yeah.
I mean, if somebody dies immediately, first thing within 5 minutes, you've called the hospital, the ambulance has
Exactly.
come, you've taken him.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
First, yeah. All this leads to, this is definitely a foul play only, ma'am.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't know. As you rightly said, the parents must have been,
Pressurized.
pressurized. That is
Yes.
the
Yes.
reason they are coming out and saying. Otherwise, everybody will have a doubt, ma'am,
Yeah.
because things are see, as a common person, when we
Yeah.
are able to think that whatever is by seeing whatever is happening in Bollywood,
Yeah.
we are getting a doubt that this person also must have been, I mean, it's a foul play,
Yeah.
definitely their parents would be, they will think definitely, they will think, no ma'am, but
Yes.
directly they are giving a message that everything is fine. That means
Yeah.
they are under pressure, ma'am. They are
Yes.
under
Yes.
pressure. And
So,
really,
so
by
many
seeing
questions, no, Vijaya, so many questions. For
so many
example, yeah,
questions, yes,
before they took the body, why the photographs were not shown? You're saying
exactly.
that there are no injuries, external
Mm,
or internal injuries. Why can't you
yes,
show the body? If it is
yes,
such a clear case, okay,
yes.
why aren't you
What?
showing the photos?
And they should give the body to the family. Why they are
Yes,
decorating
if
getting the vehicle, and they are
directly to
taking
the,
it?
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Why should they do
directly,
that?
yeah,
Isn't it? If
yes,
he has really died out of a heart attack,
yeah,
what is the what is the fear? Why should you not give it as any other person when you hand over the body?
yeah,
Similarly, they could have hand over the body, isn't it? These are
yes.
all disgusting, ma'am, really. Day by day,
And
uh,
see, Vijaya, they are very
ma'am,
cunning. See
cunning.
what they will tell you. Yeah, they will tell you we can't show the body because it will,
Yes.
make people, upset.
Uh,
As though everybody is a child. Okay,
exactly,
why?
exactly, yeah.
I mean, be bold. It's an open and cut, shut case. You show
Yes,
the body.
yeah,
Okay,
if it is a
yeah, madam, your audio.
ma'am, you are able to hear me now?
Yes, now, yeah, yes,
Yes, ma'am.
yes,
Yes,
fine.
that's what, ma'am. It's really shocking, and
Yeah,
really, day by day, by seeing all these things, we are losing complete faith in the system. I don't know, as you rightly said, ma'am. If the new police people have come, there should be some change in the,
they
the result.
investigate.
Yes,
Yes.
investigation. They are doing the same line of investigation. Then what is the difference between the new one and the old one?
And also Vijaya, see, you will see the different versions. Okay, they'll
Exactly.
say that at night he was walking with his mother. Okay, now
Yes.
another version says that this man died in the lap of this girl,
Girlfriend.
Shanaz.
Yes.
Okay, now she
Yes.
says she came in the morning. It is not the morning. It is 3:30. Okay, so she
Yeah.
would have spent the night there. Okay, now
Yes.
everything has to
Exactly.
become clear. Now we are not suspecting anybody. We
Yeah.
want the police to give us clear answers. What
Yes.
happened?
Exactly.
We
Why
don't want
different
some news from here and some news from there.
from
We
there?
want
Yes.
absolute
Exactly.
transparency. Yeah,
Yes. Exactly. Bits and pieces.
yeah,
Really, ma'am. Really,
yeah.
ma'am. And I mean, yes. Since 2 days, I
Can I
had
say
some problem.
something?
Ma'am, I just wanted to know something. Like tomorrow, you have some.
Yes, we
Uh,
have a protest, a
yeah,
silent
ma'am.
protest against the
Silent
delay.
protest.
Yeah, a
Okay.
delay in why we are not getting justice for Sushant,
Yes,
Disha,
ma'am.
Jia Khan,
And yes,
Janvi
ma'am.
Kukreja, and many more. So please
Yes,
join
ma'am.
us, man. This is
Yes, ma'am.
addressed to
Sure.
the Prime Minister.
Okay. How we have to do, ma'am?
Yeah, you have
Like,
to just get you write a message like the one that I have shown in the. If you look at the community message, you'll see there is a
okay,
placard.
ma'am.
Okay, so
Okay.
please do
Okay.
that and wear a black
Sure.
dress. So this is
Yes,
a
ma'am.
silent protest. Okay.
Sure. Sure, ma'am.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you,
Definitely,
ma'am.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night, ma'am.
Good night. Good night, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Nagendra.
Yeah, ma'am. I will take 3 minutes
Minute.
at least. Okay.
Yeah, please speak.
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Actually, I don't know if I just joined now, but I
yeah.
was seeing that maybe somebody was threatening, maybe like that kind of thing.
Yes,
But
yes.
I
Could
would
be.
say one thing.
Mm.
You see, we know
Yeah,
people die sudden.
yeah,
That is quite common. I live
yeah,
near a hospital. Three
yeah.
hospitals are around my house. So
Yes,
people die. We
yeah,
have seen that. Even
yeah,
while bathing, also you can have a heart attack.
yes,
Even a small injection the doctor gives, and the
yeah,
heart attack patient can immediately die. Okay,
yeah,
because the doctor even doesn't know what the reaction is. Okay,
yeah,
so that may happen. We are not saying it cannot happen,
yeah,
but we are not suspecting.
yeah,
You are giving us cause to suspect.
mm,
That is the important thing.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, the
mm,
way police handled the whole thing,
Yeah.
That is given us reasons to suspect. We are not
Absolutely.
suspecting. You
Yeah.
are you are
Yeah.
putting suspect in our mind.
Yeah.
That's the
Suspicion in our
problem.
mind. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Why didn't you release the body yesterday?
Yes.
And if it was a heart attack, her mother was there, girlfriend was there,
Yes.
the police could have agreed.
Yes.
They could have postponed the postmortem. There
Absolutely.
was no need at all. There was no need at all.
Absolutely.
First thing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, medically, postmortem is done when a healthy person dies. That's okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
But then you should have handed over the body to them. Why did
Yes.
you keep it for a day, and next day also you are just like a COVID protocol is there, so you will not allow the body to be carried to the home. You will not even allow people to go inside the cremation ground. We don't know what happened, whether you
Exactly.
allow. And
Yes.
yesterday, Twitter, I put this message. They
Yeah.
won't do this. They won't
Yeah.
allow.
Uh,
They will do it in a clandestine manner. I wrote it
yes.
before that. I knew
Absolutely.
this was going to happen. Okay.
Yeah. Uh,
Whatever, sometimes in this whole fight,
yeah.
I've seen, I'm not saying out of ego, but
Yeah.
some inner voice says me and that thing comes out.
Yeah.
I've said
Exactly.
that divine justice will happen and divine justice is happening. And even now I will say, please, the culprits, don't aggravate your scenes. Limit it
Yes.
here, or
Yes.
you will not be
And put
spared
an
this
end to
time.
it. Yeah. And put an
Yeah,
end
yeah,
to it.
you don't. You learned from Vajay what
Yes.
happened. You learned from
Yeah.
Anil Deshmukh. You learned
Exactly.
from Parambir.
Yeah.
Why are you not learning?
Yeah.
This is Newton's law working here.
Yeah.
Every action has equal and opposite reaction. You are not going to be spared. And the more you are going to do this kind of wrong things, the reaction is going to be wrong.
Very well said. Yeah.
I
Very well said.
absolutely offer my tribute to the family.
Yeah.
They have displayed tremendous magnanimity in this crisis also.
Yeah.
Her mother, the girl was given the status of a family.
Yeah.
Okay, and she was allowed to offer the prayers as a Brahma Kumari, as a family member. So
Yes.
that
Yes.
I salute. Good things we have to salute. All
Yes.
the good
Absolutely.
things we need to
Yeah.
agree, and the family has put up very strongly, and they have put up all with this police tribalities. They have put
Yes.
up with all this. You see,
Yes.
the dead body must be given to the family members. That is
Yes.
their fundamental right.
100%. 100%.
That is their fundamental right. The
Yes.
dead body belongs to the family, not to the police.
Yeah.
You conduct whatever your legal process is there. You conduct, the doctors conduct the. But after that, it's the prerogative of the family. They will decide where to go, how to go, what to do,
Yes.
where to bury, how to bury,
And you
how
can
many people
imagine
to invite.
also,
Okay. The
Nagendra,
COVID challenge is
also,
also their
yeah,
challenge, not the
yeah,
police duty.
also, yeah,
Yeah.
also Nagendra, see how close
Yeah.
he was to his mother. He should
Yeah.
have at least, they should have given them her that much
Yeah.
respect, you know?
Yeah. And you see, ma'am, they are telling COVID protocol. What
Yeah,
COVID protocols were observed today
absolutely.
when there was such a rush? How
Yeah,
COVID protocols were
none
there?
of them
I
wearing
didn't see
masks.
it.
Yeah,
In just bringing the family, in just bringing the dead body to the family, you were observing COVID protocol.
yes,
You did in
yes,
Sushant case. In Disha's
yes,
case, we don't even know what happened to the body.
yes.
Okay. So this is, you are making yourself a laughing stock, and your criminalities are increasing. If the
See,
protects
Nagendra,
are your
yeah,
protect.
Nagendra,
Yeah.
yeah. See,
Yeah.
when this Parambir Singh went into hiding and when Bazi
Yeah.
was also caught, I thought, a new crop of Mumbai police had come in, so we
No.
would get some justice. But look at
No.
this lot.
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. I will sympathize with the Mumbai police.
Yeah,
Actually, they are working under somebody's behest.
yes,
So
yes,
we even doctors, I am sympathizing with them, because
yeah,
doctors try to save human life. They
yes,
never will do this kind of things.
yeah,
This kind of illegal works, they don't like to do it. But
yeah,
if they are forced to do,
mm,
they can't help. They are
yeah.
also after servants of the system.
No,
And
but
if somebody from,
Nagendra, yeah, Nagendra, when
yeah,
I'm not talking about the police constables,
yeah,
I'm talking about the
yeah.
head, the chief, you see.
Even they are means, uh, even they are sent instructions. The
From the
doctors, you see, they are
politicians.
so learned people. They are so learned people. They know what's the importance of a signature. They
Yes,
are, they can land up in the jail. but
yeah,
they are also forced to do this kind of things.
yes, yes,
They don't do it from their heart, they are
yes,
forced actually.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that is why I'm sympathizing with them. It's the system which does it.
yeah,
It's the top level politicians which are making them do it. So
yeah,
I will blame the politicians in this case.
yeah,
And whatever, today I just sympathize because it's a very tearful days. I
yeah.
sympathize with the family. I offer my obeisance to the departed, and the
Yeah.
way they did it, the Brahma Kumaris, and despite all the things, I offer my tribute from my heart. May
Thank you.
his soul rest in peace.
Yeah,
And we also offer our tribute to the family members. May peace come on them. May
yeah,
they be able to deal with the situation.
yeah, absolutely.
That's all I want to say.
Thank you so much,
Um,
Nagendra. Yeah.
yeah.
Mr. Kamal Hassan, would you like to come in? Mr. Kamal Hassan? Okay. We have Aranya. Aranya, can you come in?
Yeah, Namaskar, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Namaskar.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes,
Am I audible, ma'am?
absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I
Good
just
evening to everyone.
okay. I'll wait, ma'am.
I think yeah.
Yeah.
These are
Mr.
going
Kamal Hassan.
around,
Yeah.
but at the end we have Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hello. Can you hear?
Kamal Hassan, I can hear you. Okay. Aranya, please come in.
Yeah, I just had a couple of points. My condolences to Shukla's mother and family.
Yes,
But we clearly see what happens in Maharashtra, especially in Mumbai, in the same field.
yes,
There are so many doubts because everything has been mapped and planned very well. I
yeah,
wondered why they did not take a second postmortem report, even in
absolutely.
spite of the
Yeah,
Cooper's first mortem, and then we realize, seeing the news, that uh, the body never reached the family, but straight to the burial ground.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
the cremation ground. So that is one point. And seeing all whatever is going on, I just feel that uh, this is another strategy by the Bollywood, where I think yesterday I missed out. I was at a dentist place, ma'am. So what I could catch in the end was Salman leaving 2 weeks before for Russia. All this was staged, and the way
yes,
he came on the camera, and for whatever some silly reason, this was
yeah,
all to make sure that he's not part of it. But we know that all this happens with insecurity from the Khans, and
yeah,
especially when the domain is slipping away from all the Khans in Bollywood, where a young Hindu boy who's coming up, we've seen it in SSR's case, how he was eliminated. The next threat was from Shukla. So they planned it very field. This is my
very.
opinion. This is my point which I observed. And
See, Aranya,
yes,
very clearly in the news it was said that he took some drug or medicine with his water. Okay. Now, how do we know that the drink was not spiked? Okay.
exactly.
Who gave him the drink? Because if you get a heart attack immediately on taking a drug, there is something seriously wrong.
Yes. And I came to know from the other channels that Gil, even if she's innocent, these are the
Yeah.
facts, that she was staying the night with him. Uh,
Yes.
and the other floor his mother had, the eighth
Yeah.
floor, I think the mother was there. And in another
Yes.
wing, the sister had. So
Yeah.
she was asked to give water at 3 o'clock. And
Yeah.
then afterwards in the morning, she found him still on the same side. So
Yeah.
she panicked and called the mother, and then the
Yeah.
mother called the sister. They called a doctor who found no pulse. This is what is another version of the media. We
Okay.
know all
Okay.
kinds of media
Yeah.
exists, but
Absolutely.
yeah. But then I feel uh, mm, Cooper coming into this also is to remove all those allegations of those spy doctors in SSR's case and all. But why did they not give the postmortem early, as you all covered earlier?
Yes.
These are all very, very valid points. But what I feel is they planned it to delay SSR justice, Disha's everything, and even Jia Khan's at the same time to snub this and finish off
Shobha,
Shukla,
if you
who's
can mute,
the boy,
mute the TV.
and they
Yes.
can't. I mean, just imagine Bolivia drugs and how it would seize the kind of their powerful positions, the illegal earnings from all kinds of nonsense which happens, child trafficking, everything is interlinked. So they don't want this uh, all this illegal money and their positions, their power, everything is interlinked, ma'am, along with
Very well said.
political power.
Arinya?
They
Yeah,
have
Arinya.
planned it
Yes.
nicely and they targeted
Yeah.
this boy who didn't have a
Yes.
father and who
Yeah.
was doing very well. And we
Yeah.
also know how one more girl from Big Boss was accidentally killed. So
Yes.
lot of this raises a lot of doubts. I'm
Doubts.
very sure this is not a natural death. They have covered it up, and slowly it will all unfold, just like how today Vaze, the evil, and all of them are caught and arrested and charged under murder. So
Yeah.
something good will happen because the whole nation and SSRians are all, since 1 year, we are fighting relentlessly and we have sleepless nights. So God is great. We shall be positive. And of course, ma'am, tomorrow's we should make it a very, very huge success because some people are talking against it. They are all anti SSR. So
Yeah.
we all will definitely come forward and definitely
Thank you.
make it a success because this is what I've been praying, Meena ma'am, since a long time,
You
and I
see,
couldn't really voice out.
Arinya.
But when you came up
Yeah.
with this idea, I thought it was so good, and it's
Yeah.
the right
Arinya.
timing. So all
Yeah.
the best.
Arinya. See, please
Yeah.
note that I have both Shiva and Lord Krishna behind me.
True. Yes,
Yeah.
wonderful paintings. I
Yeah, and they're
noticed.
and
I
they're watching
noticed
you.
that.
And they're
That was
watching
the
all of
first
you.
thing.
So tomorrow they are with us. They are with us.
Yeah,
Yes.
they'll be
Yeah.
Thank
with
you,
us.
ma'am. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
And
Please
Arinya,
take
Ma'am,
some.
also Arinya, very well spoken. You have spoken exactly what is in our minds, and you have spoken very boldly. Thank you for that.
Thank you, ma'am. I'll wait
Yeah.
backstage.
Yeah. Please. Yeah.
ma'am, God is with all of us.
Yes.
All true warriors, God is with all of us, and we have the power of the divine in this fight. We don't have the power of the police, we don't have the power of the system. We can't say that at this stage. But
Yeah.
we have the power of the divine, and we have fought with that belief in our heart.
Yeah.
And we are winning. We will win. We will succeed despite all the means of the
Odds.
system to obstruct justice.
Yes.
We will succeed.
Yeah.
And my another question yesterday also I asked, why Cooper Hospital to save a life? Who will go
Yes.
after so
And it
much
is so far away
such
from this man's
no no
house.
after such great reputation? Nobody to save a life will go even near the Cooper
Yeah.
Hospital.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
of course, people who are poor who can't afford, of course they will go.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine a actor going, a rich actor, a Ambani going to Cooper Hospital. I can't imagine that. I
See, in
can't
fact,
imagine.
now, because Narendra, you said that. Now, my doubt is that even the BMW, they will make it all right. So there will be no window destroyed, nothing.
Yes, because
So
that was the biggest thing. That
yeah,
how did that glass door break?
break.
So they
Yeah,
can't explain anything. So I think now they're going to fix
fix
that
that.
up,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
say that,
yeah,
oh
yeah,
no, it was nothing. It was just a scratch. Oh yeah, right. That glass door was broken, and they know it.
yeah.
That's the biggest clue.
Not only
Biggest.
that, Monica. Not only that,
Yeah.
Monica. See, at night, whoever comes in, the CCTV camera captures everybody, whether it is Shehnaz Gill
Oh yeah.
or whether it
Yeah,
is,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
just as in Jia Khan's case, we know who are the people who came there.
It's like we know it's a lie, but it's like you can't counter that, because of
Yeah,
the way things work there, and
because
it's
they're not showing
it's
us
just
anything.
sad.
It is
Yeah,
also,
yeah.
you look at the cases that are happening abroad. The first thing they show you is the CCTV footage.
Exactly. That's like the basic,
Yeah,
that's like the first thing you do is check the
yeah.
CCTV. And here it's like that's the last thing on their mind. So, I mean, I
Hide
don't
it,
know.
hide it.
After I had that that discussion yesterday, I mean, my mind just went bonkers. I don't know what to think anymore from this point on, because I was thinking along the lines of like, if something doesn't work, the first place that you go to is the law. But if the law itself is going to be so messed up, and
Okay, okay.
like where do you
Here,
go?
see, Monica, Dia has something
Yeah.
interesting to say. She
Okay,
says,
sure.
yeah, ma'am, I heard from some channel that watchman was asked how the car glass was broken, and he told they have said not to say anything. So I can't say. You see? Who is
Ma'am,
There
saying?
you go.
Yeah, who
There
is
you
they
go.
saying?
said that the children, there were some
Just said that.
children playing and
Okay.
the cricket and the ball was thrown. This is also one version.
Okay.
Lame
Oh my,
excuses.
Yeah.
That's
oh
so
my God.
funny.
I
Silence is
can't.
golden.
Yeah. Okay,
I
Shobha,
mean, I don't
would
mean
you
to
like to
laugh,
join?
but
Yeah.
anyway.
Shobha, would you like to join us? Shobha? Shobha, would you like to join us?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please. Shobha, would you like to join us? Yeah, please. You need to mute your TV. Unmute yourself, Shobha. Yes, Shobha. Okay, meanwhile, we'll have Karun. Karun, please can you join us?
Mrs. Narayan, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me in here. I really, really appreciate it and love that painting. I'm pretty sure it's yours. You've done that painting yourself. Is that
Thank
right?
you. Shobha, you will need to mute your TV.
Okay, ma'am.
One second,
Yes.
Karun.
Yes, this is better, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Karun, can you speak? Yeah.
Super. Thank you.
Yeah.
Mrs. Narayan, I wanted to talk about the remarkable painting you have there. It's
Thank you.
gorgeous. It's your handiwork. Definitely, I can see that.
Thank you.
And I also wanted to remark on the comment on the discussion you had with the lawyer, the advocate,
Yes.
Vivekananda yesterday,
Yes.
particularly in the context of the two ladies and also a gentleman that spoke to him,
Yeah.
Monica, KB, and there was a man called John something. I think that was a great discussion. It's a great start. I love that KB didn't give up. She kept going at it. It was great. And that's I loved it. It's really nice. I also wanted to say what a pleasure it is. It's amazing. It's very inspiring that you're doing the protest, the silent protest that's being done tomorrow.
Yes. Yes.
It's a huge step in the right direction as well.
Thank you.
So I've been watching, as you can tell, I've been listening and I've been watching. I do miss out the details. It's tough to keep a track of all the drama they create, the nitty gritties of the drama, but on the whole,
can you please mute your TV, please, KB? Sorry, yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
I was just hoping that I don't echo. If everybody could mute them, because I feel like it's me.
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now you're fine.
Yes. And so it's amazing that we're taking all these steps in the right direction. And with regards to the Shukla, Siddharth, unfortunately, the Siddharth Shukla case, as well as the discussion that happened with the lawyer, because as we're moving forward, we are going to have to take into consideration the improvements and the steps that are being taken forward. And a few things that I've noticed from my humble point of view is that there is words such as the word divine and the word justice that we have to clarify and come to a consensus about their meaning as we are going to
Yes.
use them,
Mhm.
because these words are overwhelming in their emotional power and the
Yes.
connotation that they could bring. Now, very often when we're using words, and I'm not saying that we are doing that right now, but very often when the words such as divine and justice and blessings and prayers, when these words are used, very often they are used to absolutely squirt any squelch any I'm sorry squelch any real effort that people are going to make towards getting what they want. And so as we move forward, we have to start clarifying and coming to consensus about the words that we use and what connotation and what impact they will have on movement forward. For
Yes. Yes.
example,
Yeah.
justice, we have to come to a conclusion as to what conditions would have to be met for justice to be served. Now, one good thing about justice, one thing in justice is that justice is served when the perpetrators pay and return and return and correct the situation by paying something and restoring the original scenario. In this case, because lives are lost of very young people as well, justice will not involve Sushant Singh Rajput coming back to life or Shukla coming back to life.
Yes.
Right, that is our
Absolutely.
general understanding. So we have to come to a conclusion as SSR warriors, for a lack of a better term,
Yeah.
at this time. What conditions would have to be met? What do we mean by justice? Because
Yes.
when do we say yes, justice has been served, or till when do
Yes.
we say no, justice is not served?
Yes.
So understanding and clarifying and coming to consensus about these words is important. Just as when you look at legal documents, a legal document will always, at the outset of the document, always in the very first paragraph, will explain to you how words are used and what each word means within the context of that particular document, not
Yes.
within the context of the Webster Dictionary or the Chambers Dictionary, you see.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so I think that is important, because as we hear amazing, nice, kind-hearted, compassionate, nice people using words such as divine justice, my question is, divine justice to you may mean something different as a housewife, and it is different for a working woman.
Yeah.
And however, we will have to come to a conclusion as to what justice would mean and how the word justice will impact the future.
Yes.
Because in many ways, justice is still not served for the lot of people that died in the independence struggle of India.
Yes.
Justice is still not served. As a matter of fact, the justice of their death is going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because we are nowhere close to the Indian culture that we wanted. I don't think anybody wanted Bollywood nonsense.
Yes.
And no one died. No one was ready to martyr themselves for Bollywood to take over.
Yes,
Which is
that's
pretty
it.
much what has actually happened in terms of culture and such. And so I think that would be an important discussion perhaps to have in all the platforms, not just yours. I'm talking in your platform because I resonate more with the way you conduct yourself, the way you comport yourself, the sense of maturity and professionalism, and just good manners and a lot of other things. I don't know. I could keep going, but then I'm like, oh yeah, you're saying that because she's a bit like you. But so I think
No.
that's important. These words, from a psychodynamic perspective too, it's extremely important because we are at an inflection point.
Yes.
If we return from here, we are a joke. What then? What's next then? You see, and so
Ma'am.
I think.
Yeah.
Tell me,
Ma'am,
sorry.
I would like to
Meena
slightly
ma'am,
disagree. I would
Nagendra,
like to.
Nagendra
Yeah.
ji, 1 minute, 1 second. Meena ma'am, I just want one point.
Karen,
No
yeah.
offense to, no offense to Mrs. Karen, but I just want to say one point, that when the whole nation and globally people were praying for SSRian murderers to come out, divine justice happened with Mansukh Hiren. That's when the tide, which they presumed that the tide would come, the some kind of a tide which was very much predicted strongly, did not happen, and that's how Mansukh Hiren's body did not drown. That's the tide where the body, nothing can be. It's a deep drowning happens. So that's when the body, actually the tide didn't come that night, and his body surfaced at the other side, and it all came to light when somebody reported. So the cosmic justice does happen because prayers don't go waste, and there are people who are so connected on the soul level of Sushant. So I'm not trying to disagree with what she has said, because she has definitely found out in her career, in her findings, in her profession. But this part where a lot of professional also offer spiritual ablutions, and they pray, and also their prayers are also there. So things are slowly going to unfold, and victory is
Absolutely.
definitely going to come.
Yes.
This is
Sure.
what. Go ahead. Go
Miss,
ahead.
I'm just going to say to the
Ma'am.
lady that just spoke that you started off what you were saying with no offense meant and none taken, Miss, because I don't think that whatever you have said has contradicted what I was saying. And even if you did contradict me, I wouldn't take any offense.
Thank
What
you.
I was trying to say has a much larger, has a completely different meaning from a whole different point of view. I am privy to a lot of empirical research, as you just said, that there is a lot of professions that are involved with words, and I'm talking about the terminologies here, words such as prayer and justice and cosmic justice and such. I'm privy to a lot of research that has been done within that area as well. Anything from lucid dreaming to daydreaming to visualization, meditation, and the impact of yoga in cancer research and such. I could go on forever. What I'm trying to say is coming from the fact that I'm very well equipped with the information in that research and how it is being used internationally, not just in India, and how it is being used in connotations that don't make sense. For example, I'll give you a prime example. Yesterday, there was an advocate on this platform. If you had said for one moment anything about prayers and divine justice and cosmic justice to that person, he put himself in a position. He appropriated the position of a chairperson of the meeting yesterday. If you didn't notice, he was pretending like he's going to tell people when to talk and who to talk and which direction to go in, because he thinks that he's a lawyer and he can, and he did to a large extent. Kudos to Monica and KB for going at him. They kept asking him questions.
Wonderful. Yes,
they
took off very well.
they did what they were supposed to do. Kudos to them. It was awesome that they did it. But he was putting himself in a position where, like, go back and look at the way. I'm not asking you to look at the content of what he was saying, but certainly analyze what position he had appropriated for himself without being invited to. All he was one of the speakers. He had no point. And he kept telling, whenever it suited him, he said, this is not a debate. When it suited him, it became a discussion. When it suited him, he could answer questions. You see?
Okay,
so
we'd like to add a few more people, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
Yeah. So,
Ma'am, can I make a point?
Yeah, Karun, so can I add a few more people?
Yes, please.
Is that okay?
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll have to remove a few people. So,
Meena, ma'am, can I make a point before that?
Yeah, just a second. Thank you, Karun, for your
yes,
comments.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good night. Okay.
Ma'am, can I make a point?
Yeah, absolutely.
In that regard?
Yeah. Arinya, can I also remove you so that I can add a few more people?
Sure, ma'am. Please.
Thank you.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll make my point and then you can remove me.
Yeah,
also.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Please continue. Yeah.
So, while I agree in what ma'am said in the larger context of the justice, but I would say once Satya Sai Baba used to say one thing very beautifully. When people say, do you believe in God? They say, we have not seen God, so we don't believe.
Yeah.
Baba used to say very beautifully, do you see the air? They say, no, we have not seen the air. That means air doesn't exist. So there is a belief, and the higher system of justice consonates beautifully with divine justice. It is not different. You see the Dharma Chakra of the Buddha.
Yeah.
It's a wheel of justice. It comes out of truth, righteousness. Okay. So truth is ultimate justice. If the judicial system has forgotten that the very seed of justice is truth,
Yeah.
that has integrity and truth. And today our faith is working. But when people just say on surface level justice, that will not work. Just
Yeah.
verbally saying, you have to be just say it out from the inner being, resonate with the cosmic principle of justice. There is justice in the cosmos. You see,
Yeah.
I'll give you another example. See, somebody has done a crime. Somebody has done a crime. Yes, the justice system gives the justice, but your own conscience pricks you that you have done a crime.
Yeah.
The system is inbuilt.
Yeah.
Okay. So everything happens that way. Your karma comes forward in some other form. Okay, it will come. So the divine justice is there in this universe. It's a ingrained principle, and that happens. So yes, while legally I cannot. Yes, legal justice is different. Divine justice is different, and divine justice always works. Legal justice may work or may not work.
Yeah.
Okay, it depends upon the provider of the justice. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Thank
So
you so much.
we have to trust on the higher being, and it's working for us.
Yeah.
Right, the first time I would risk myself to say, the first to say was divine justice regarding these words. I used it during this Sushant case. At that time, nobody, I said, Sachin Vaje, I said clearly, Sachin Vaje will get divine justice. And it happened. It happened.
Yeah.
And I am telling you today also, all the criminals will get punished in this case very beautifully. We
Let
will
us
all
hope so,
see this.
Nagendra. Yeah.
We will all
Let us
see
hope.
this.
Yeah.
We will all see
Thank
this
you.
very, very
Yeah.
soon.
Thank you so
This
much.
will happen.
Yeah. Thank
I
you
have
so much.
faith in divine justice more than our legal system also,
Yeah.
because our
Thank you.
legal system is struggling. It
Okay.
needs,
Let me
it's
get
a
in.
paralytic
Yeah.
system
Let
now.
me get in
It needs our
peaceful.
system. It's on ventilation.
Yeah.
It's on
Let me get
ventilation.
in.
It needs support.
Let me get in peaceful universe. Yes.
Hello, Meena ma'am. How are you?
Hello. Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you for having me in your show. And
Welcome.
uh, I have been a follower of your channel since the SSR case happened.
Yeah.
A few observations during this journey.
Yeah.
I think a lot has happened, and in terms of justice, when we're talking about it, uh, it's like, we are losing hope. There is, because clearly there are not things that we intended would happen
Yeah.
is happening right now with
Yeah.
respect to SSR case. It could
Mm.
be happening in other cases, but in SSR case, clearly there are a lot of things that we intended to happen and it is not happening. And there is a sense of hopelessness.
Yes.
There is a sense of hopelessness, and that is
That's
why we
why.
are now.
That's why we are doing the protest tomorrow. So please join us. It's very important that you join us.
Sure, sure. But ma'am, I just want to put my point of view that uh, if you really see, it is a struggle between the powerful and the vulnerable. And the
Yeah.
government is always going to be with the powerful. So if
Yeah.
the vulnerable have to stand, the common
Yeah.
people have to really struggle hard. We really need to put efforts.
This has been happening over the years.
This has been happening. That's true. It has been happening over the years. But if you see historically also, whenever the powerful have been displaced from their position, it has taken a lot of effort. And
Yeah.
you have to come out of your comfort zone. We keep discussing, we keep talking that justice should come.
You
And we've
know,
also
let me
started
tell you something.
advocating.
Yeah,
Uh,
let me tell you something peaceful. See, there was a time when I was young, very young, new in my job, and there were many forces that I was, working. So they were working against me because, in some sense, perhaps they sensed that there was some spark in me, and they made my everyday job, an obstacle. So I had to struggle against so many odds just to prove that, see, I could be a good journalist, I could be a good editor, And at that time, because I was so young, I used to always think that, see, perhaps they are right, I should go their way. But actually, they were wrong because they were stuck in a rut, and we were trying to go another way. So, see, these things will happen always peaceful. There will always be people opposing us. Even this case of Siddharth Shukla is a very, very, standard example. How do we know that there could have been someone hiding in the room, like some, a viewer has said, someone could have sprayed his dress with poison. There could be so many things that could have happened. Why is the police trying to say that, see, you people, you just shut up, this is what we are telling you, go to sleep? I mean, that's not the attitude. We can't take it.
And we have to raise voice now, ma'am.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm trying to get at is, like, we can't be silent anymore. We can't just keep discussing. We need to act. Even if it is if it is the governance we are taking up against, we have to come. And then only some action we can expect. Cosmic law is good. Cosmic justice is a good idea. But it doesn't mean that everything has to rest on cosmic justice.
Peaceful. See, your name itself speaks of that. See, these are just opinions that people say, okay? We are here, 6 people. Everybody has their own, subjective ideas, okay? But together, we become a big force.
Yeah.
See, that's what we have to see, you have got so many qualities. Monica has another million qualities. KB has so many. Shobha has. And Gijit has. So it's all this together with all the viewers who are sitting and giving, see, how many are there? 494 people. We're all one force. Okay, I cannot ridicule anybody and say that, see, that person means that, but it's not that. No, because even that comment is adding to, the richness of our, whatever we are talking about.
And I'll tell you one thing. Yesterday, your session with Vivekanand, Advocate Vivekanand, I must say, I want to congratulate KP for holding on the ground and speaking up. And this is what we need to do. It is precisely what was happening. He was trying to shut us up. And
also peaceful. He was trying to question her as though she was a lawyer. She doesn't have all that, in her book with her. She was, in spite of that, she was giving the right answers.
And I'll tell you one thing, ma'am. The reason why I came today to your show is because of yesterday's advocate's such heinous remarks. I said I want to come up and I want to show support to KP and Monica and you, that we are all together in this.
Absolutely.
And he can't subside us like that.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Meena ma'am.
Yeah,
and I'll take the backstage.
Yeah.
You can continue.
Good night.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
I'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, please come.
Yeah, sure. Thanks.
Yes. KB? Yeah. You need to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah.
Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Mahadev. Before I go on to the program, Meena ji, I want to compliment you for the lovely background. So you have got Shiva and Krishna backing you up.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we had Krishna saying that जब अधर्म जड़ बढ़ जाएगा इस पृथ्वी में तो मैं आऊँगा.
Yeah.
So
and
I
KB,
think it is time
tomorrow
for him
also,
to come.
Yeah, tomorrow also they will watch our protest.
Let them watch. We are ready. I mean, we cannot take it anymore. This silence, this quiet. The silence is deafening. We need to make ourselves vocal by being quiet. Yeah. Okay. So let's coming to the today's schedule. Before that, I want to even talk about yesterday.
Before you start, I think you have a whole bunch of admirers, so everybody is just appreciating whatever you say.
Oh, I must thank all your viewers, but actually, I was not asking anything out of turn.
Yeah.
I was just asking what must be in the minds of most of the viewers, but only thing is many people are shy to come on this line, or many people do not know how to put it across. But what I found is that he was very much on the defensive. He was every time like a broken record. He was going on to Nambi Narayana. I almost told him, I'm not interested in Nambi Narayana. Why are we discussing geography in a maths class? It was something like that. But I didn't want to insult him because he was our guest. So we should maintain the decorum.
KB, I would like to just make a mention. See, he's very simple, straightforward. Okay, and he's not corrupt. So these
Yeah.
are some of the qualities. Why I call him.
Yeah, no, I do respect him. That's why I started the schedule with greeting him as sir, because I had the respect for him.
Yes.
But when he went on and he kept on telling us about how shabby the Indian judicial system and how many years it takes for getting justice, we did not call him to this platform to hear that, did we?
Okay.
We all know that.
There's a small piece of news by Yamini. She's saying, "Ma'am, there is a news that a servant left the job a few weeks after Siddharth Shukla's family." So
After what?
Yes, not meaning perhaps.
Okay, maybe he has worked for a few weeks and he's
yes,
just
yes.
Okay. No, see,
Meena ma'am,
coming
there
back
is
to this.
echo
Sorry.
at the back. Like I'm hearing double.
Maybe you need to, I think, put your TV.
No,
Mute your
TV is
TV.
not on. No, TV is not on.
Okay.
TV is not on. TV is not on.
Okay.
No,
Continue.
TV is not on. Okay, so as I was telling, coming to this Siddharth's case, yesterday that was one reason why I was quite upset and I didn't want to take him on much. But he was arguing with me as if I was a competent lawyer on the other side of the fence.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a normal public like you and me. I mean, with like anybody else on this platform.
Yes.
So, and I didn't want to, when you were speaking up, he said, "No, I'm asking KB why you are answering." Why are you trying to create divide and rule here?
Yeah.
We are all one family. One can speak for the other. But I did not want to tell him anything. Anyway, coming back to this today's thing about Siddharth, my first question is why a second postmortem was not done. Yesterday, even advocate said, no, it is not. Once it's done, it's done. I checked the laws today, and it is possible to have a second postmortem done if the family feels suspicious that some foul play is there. It is possible even in India. So I don't know why he was misguiding your viewers. I do not know.
Yeah.
Okay. Then coming to the yesterday's postmortem, which was done at Cooper's, where is the video for that? I believe there is a law that the postmortem should be videographed.
Yeah.
So even if they don't show us the entire thing, at least some of the media houses should show us some snippets of that. We should get to know why he died, what happened. Okay. Then the main thing is, I feel that if he had a drink and then he had this chest pain and passed out, that drink needs to be analyzed.
Yes.
Definitely. There's something suspicious about that. The glass window of the car which was broken, maybe there was a scuffle, maybe there are blood stains there, which is why that car has been hidden. It will be dry washed and then put in front of the public. I don't know. I mean, I'm just speaking out loud. I'm just guessing. I have no proof for it. But these are my feelings. No pictures were shared because they were scared. In the case of Sushant, we could all identify so many botch-ups. So they were scared that which intelligent person will catch up something. Don't show any pictures. They are learning from their past mistakes, it seems. Okay, now another question I have is, why did they keep the body last night at Cooper's? Somebody said in your show that they are bringing it home after the postmortem. But what I found out is that it never happened. It went straight in an ambulance, not in a hearse van. A body is supposed to be taken in a hearse van, not in an ambulance for cremation. And it was not given to the family. According to, I think he was a Hindu. And in our Hindu dharam, we bathe the body, we decorate it and whatever, we put Ganga Jal and everything. And then we send the body for the last journey. So why the family was not allowed to do that? That is something, if they are saying it was a normal heart attack, there was nothing suspicious, then why it was not just normally the postmortem karke le lijiye, heart attack hua hai, ab aap log ko jo karna hai kariye. That should have been the procedure. Why was there such a big contingent of police outside Cooper? I mean, there were so many things which are suspect. I mean, which raise questions.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Then the other thing is that we found some media houses casting aspersions on his fitness. He had been told. This is not done. When
you won't believe it, KB, you won't believe it. In an article, they have said that he has 7 girlfriends. He had 7 girlfriends.
Look at that.
Yeah, see?
I mean,
Trying to
anything.
malign his
When a
character.
person is not alive, they would like to just say anything because he's not there to defend himself.
Yeah.
That's
What
not
does
done.
him having 7 girlfriends have to do with anything?
Like, over the period, he had 7 girlfriends.
And it's sort of a character assassination.
Oh my God, I'm
This
sorry.
is not. This is
So
not
bad.
good.
Yeah, so bad.
Yeah. I have one query. Is there any link between his death and Jacqueline being questioned by ED? Because there was somebody
That is
was
what
talking on that
Deepthi
angle.
had tweeted. Deepthi had tweeted that, when she was being cross-questioned, Siddharth's name came up.
Oh. So maybe she
perhaps
revealed
he
something.
exposed, yeah, perhaps he exposed something.
Oh, she may have spoken, and so they had to shut him off. That could be one possibility.
Also
And
connected to the other actor who was arrested.
Okay. And then what is this news about Sarah Banu going into hospital the day he fell sick or he died? I mean, I could not understand that. Is there any connect? I don't know. I don't know. I heard that in passing today, that it has some link. I'm not sure what. So maybe one of our other viewers can share something if they have. And finally, I would like to ask you one thing, just one question, and then I'll go in the background. Was there any financial transactions related? I think his finances need to be looked into. I mean, investigated.
In all these cases, they plant a honey trap.
Yes.
Okay. That person is then responsible in corrupting the body.
Yes. I mean, pretending to be in love and things like that. Yeah, I understand. But the girl being there in the night, maybe like one of the viewers correctly said, maybe there were 2 other people also in the room.
Yeah.
How do we know?
Anybody? We don't know.
Yeah. And there are some medicines which you can just touch it on the tongue and the person dies. I mean, we have read it in so many detective serials. I mean, detective novels. There are
there is a
such
Russian poison. See, there is a Russian poison which you inject and immediately it's a heart attack.
Yeah.
And nobody can detect.
Yeah, no, I know of one poison which you can put on a visiting card, and the person who holds it, if he touches it to his tongue, he dies. I mean, so there are certain such poisons. You know, I was once upon a time fond of detective things.
Okay, I'll just get in Shobha.
Add somebody else.
Shobha?
Yes, sure.
Please come, Shobha. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes, ma'am. Namaste to all.
Say. You have muted yourself.
Yeah, hello. Namaste to all. How are you, ma'am? Meena, ma'am, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Have you put your
There's a lot of
TV
echo
on?
coming, I think so.
Yeah.
My TV is off, ma'am.
Oh.
Echo is from somewhere else. Yeah, now it's okay. Can you hear me? Yeah. Good evening to all. Ma'am, I just feel so helpless because another death has happened and we couldn't do anything about it. Dead body was taken to Cooper Hospital again, and we are just so helpless. Feeling we couldn't see the dead body also. How is it possible, man? If fans want to see him for the last time, they are not allowing even that. And when the body was taken from the Cooper Hospital, even the reporters couldn't cover the body. The ambulance was so well decorated with flowers that we couldn't have a glimpse of. I had the TV on for the whole day today, but I couldn't see the dead body at all, not his face.
See,
I can't hear you, ma'am.
That's because Shobha, the police were keeping everybody at bay.
Yeah.
The police were keeping everybody at bay.
You're in mute, I think.
Please continue.
Hello?
Please continue.
Yeah, please continue, Shobha.
So really feeling, felt very horrible. I doubt even if the family could see the body, ma'am. And I also suspect that there could have been some head injury or face injury. That's why the whole body was covered. Something has happened to him last night, or maybe he has died 2 days before. God only knows.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
something very
I want to
suspicious.
ask you some more thing. One more thing, ma'am, regarding tomorrow's protest. You said it's a silent protest, right? So we
Yes.
are not supposed to record the video. How do we do it, ma'am? I have no
No,
idea
you
about
just,
this.
I will give a link on this channel.
Yeah.
Like you join now.
Okay. Yeah.
And you come live with your placard.
Now?
And tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
Tomorrow. Okay, ma'am. And regarding the dress also, I don't have black.
Black.
Any other colors okay?
You can wear something with a black chunni.
Okay, that's done.
Yeah.
You're mute again, I think, ma'am. I can't hear you.
No, fine. Thank you, Shobha.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am. I love your program very much. I almost take part in backstage. I keep commenting, okay?
Thank you so much.
This is the first time I'm joining live.
Thank
You're a very sweet person. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Take care.
Yeah, take care. Yeah, Gijit, can you
Hello.
join, please? Yeah.
Hello, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
Hi, Meenaji. This is, thank you so much. First time I'm joining any show, any chat. Couldn't control myself yesterday after hearing Mr. Vivekanand Gupta. And I liked him. I'm following him since the starting.
Yes.
And thanks to KB, you asked very relevant questions. I don't know. I felt so strange. He's the one who came with such a strong faith in starting, and then he changed. Like he was totally different person. He was like against us. And then I felt like there's so many people got changed now. But hats off to you. All the most of the YouTube channel actually they are taking the advantage of Sushant.
Yeah.
But the guy, someone told on your show today, like divine power, and I can see that something. These Bollywood or Bollywood, I call them now. They are exposing like anything, and I can see amazing women power. The way all the women are strongly showing, like in our culture, say Durga Avtar. We all have that power, and you are so amazing. I'm so impressed. And another thing I wanted to say, like, I don't know, like sometimes I feel like God knows CBI what CBI is doing, but 2 points he pointed very well. We don't know about the family stand. Definitely, the family, they might be working and they're hurt, they are in pain, but the entire world is with them. I'm calling from USA. Her sister, I think, lives next to my city. So everyone here also so strong. We all boycotted. I know my friends and all the community, we boycotted Bollywood completely. We don't watch any Bollywood movies. Can you believe that? And another thing he said, like, we ignore them. Boycott them. Money is their power, right? They are all corruption. So I don't know. But this like we are using, as a Deepthi mentioned in the diaries, I listen all your shows without fail. And that best part, like he was planning the way he is guiding, and that's the way we all are working actually. Somehow we are working on his dream and his path, whatever he has shown. But I got sometimes very disheartened, and I just pray, like, all his friends, most of the friends, I think they're killed, right? 10 or 11 people. But I feel like these Vivekanand kind of people, he's a very honest guy. We can see if these people can join us and these people can guide us, like, from legal point of view, because we are full of
that is why we call them. That's why we call them.
But he was totally distracted. I don't know from where. Okay, he was talking such a nice guy, but we are emotionally attached to Sushant. In entire world, I don't know. World has that kind of after 1 year, his soul is so powerful. We all are still connected, and I think we are using social power in a correct way.
Yes, absolutely.
So I wanted to say again, thank you so much, Meenaji. You are doing awesome work. All of you, like KB and Monica, everyone who can see, amazing work, ladies. So I am joining you guys now. So we will keep on fighting for justice.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow, what time it is?
8 o'clock. 8 p.m.
PM. Okay, so I'll also come, Meenaji.
Yeah,
thank
please
you.
Get your friends as well.
Sure.
As many, the more voices, the more louder the message.
Sure. I will, Meena ji.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Yeah.
Have a blessed
Good
night.
night.
Good
Bye.
night.
So back to you too.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Very interesting, KB. Like a lot of the people
KB,
are
you're mute.
commenting. Yeah,
You're mute. You're mute. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
She's
So
back.
KB and Monica,
Yeah.
a lot of the people commenting on what you've said yesterday. Very important. Always. I mean, you don't need to agree with anybody. You can always voice your feelings
Yeah.
because
We
that's
should
what.
ask questions. We should be able to express your doubts and not get shamed for it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Meena ji, I would like to thank all your viewers because their
Yeah.
compliments encourage you to ask the right questions without feeling embarrassed about it. Because yesterday when I was
KB,
asking
you are
and
our superhero.
when advocate was getting irritated, I was
I know,
wondering
even
whether
I panicked for a while. I'm like, oh my
why
God.
was he getting
Should I leave?
irritated? I was really getting surprised. I did not ask anything out of turn. So why was he getting
Yeah, he was so
irritated?
agitated with you, right?
Yeah,
Like,
he was
what
being,
did you
and he
ask?
kept on telling you,
Stop.
I've asked KB, you don't answer. Are you are the host of the show. You have every right to intervene. And he kept on telling you to keep quiet, and he was trying to
It's
dictate
like,
terms to everybody around.
yeah,
Now you listen to me. Why are we
dictatorship.
going to listen to you? We have
Who
called you
told
to
you
ask
that?
you
You just want to
questions.
know.
You are
It
not
was like,
Like,
supposed to ask
it
me
was like
questions.
going back to
we're having
school.
a discussion.
Yeah, he was trying to behave as if he is the head monitor or the principal, and we are supposed to just
Yes.
obsequiously listen to him. We are all grown up adults. We can make our own decisions. And then he's telling,
Yeah.
"Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence?" I felt like asking him,
Yeah.
"You believe that Krishna and
He's not
Arjuna had
letting
the
you finish
dialogue in
also.
Bhagavad Gita? Where is the evidence?" I felt like asking him that. You,
Yes.
as a Hindu, you should tell me that. You keep on talking of evidence. What kind of evidence? And then
Oh
he's
my God.
comparing Nambi Narayanji with Sushant's fans. With all due respect to Nambi Narayanji, his case
Yeah.
happened in 27 years ago when there was no social media, there was no YouTube,
Yes.
there was
There's
not
no
awareness.
coverage, right?
Yeah. So why are you comparing the two? And with all due respect and regard, the Nambi Narayanji got a Padma Bhushan, and our Prime Minister recognized whatever he went through.
Absolutely.
We want our Prime Minister to be equally vocal for our Sushant.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Please
And
come
tomorrow,
up and tell what
tomorrow,
he
KB,
has
that is,
suffered.
yeah, KB, tomorrow,
Exactly.
that's the message.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because we are not saying what happened with Nambi Narayan was good. It was very bad. But what happened with Sushant was equally bad.
Equally
Worse.
bad. Yeah.
Worse.
Absolutely.
Because he was betrayed in his own house by his own people, which was, I cannot think of it happening in India. And then he talked about what? Evidence and, घूस खाते हैं. He talked about लेते हैं, लेने देते हैं. And I felt like telling him that,
Yeah.
see,
Like, that was
madam,
so weird. Why would you say
Meena ji,
that? You know?
I wanted to ask one thing. In fact, if you can, tweet it to the PM, we'll be happy to the thing. I'll share this with you. I was quick then because I wanted other viewers to get in. Okay, the PM has introduced one wonderful thing of direct benefit transfer, where the money, he opened the Jan Dhan accounts and he has directly arranged the transfers into the credits of the poor people because he is aware that 80% of whatever they get was going to the middlemen. बिचौली वाले खा जा रहे थे, इसीलिए उन्होंने डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट ट्रांसफर किया. बहुत अच्छी बात की. So the poor people have gained. Now my question to the PM would be that even in the upper echelons, where this kind of hi-fi things, crimes take place, money is exchanged in lakhs and crores.
Yes. Yes.
So that is a dignified form of खाना ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा. तो आप उसको भी please बंद करवाइए. This is my request. कि बीच वाले दे रहे हैं, ले रहे हैं, इसलिए जो केसेस है वो उल्टा पुल्टा घुमा फिरा के हम लोगों को परोसा जा रहा है थाली में, which is wrong. So we want that kind of corruption also to stop. आपने नीचे के लेवल में बंद करवाया है, आप एकदम ऊपर महल में भी प्लीज बंद करवाइए. तब हमारा देश, और वो बोल रहा है ऐसे चलते आ रहा है 130 बिलियन. अरे बहुत कुछ जो मोदी जी ने हमारा डिमोनेटाइजेशन कर दिया, ओवरनाइट 1000 का नोट बंद करवा दिया. Did you ever hear any PM do that? So in my lifetime, this was the first time. So I have got high respect and regard for Modi ji.
Also, here I'd like to make a point, KB and Monica. See, the young, army officers now who are being posted in areas like, Leh, the snow-clad mountains.
Ladakh and all those.
See, they're given very warm tents, okay,
Yes.
with a lot of goodies, chocolates and everything.
Yes, there's thermal
And
heating
then,
in those.
yeah,
One of my
heated,
friends
and
shared with me.
yes,
Yeah.
and their salary goes straight to the, for saving. And they're saying before Modi came, this never happened.
Yes.
Now he looks
Their
at
working
comfort
conditions were
of the
very
army.
bad, which
Yes.
has been improved after Modi ji came into the picture.
Came in.
Yes. And then Modi ji did one wonderful thing of removing 370. I really applaud him for that. So did anybody ever dream of that? So he has done things which were never thought of in independent India.
Absolutely.
So if he could do that, अगर वो कर सकते थे, तो हमारे corrupt judicial system को भी उनके पास capability है, वो कर सकते हैं. And he's telling me, yesterday your lawyer was asking me, अरे Modi ji has got a battery of advisors and lawyers to guide him. I'm just a non-entity to tell any suggestions there. But I'm sure he's got experts to guide him on that. And I'm sure if they want to, they can come up with it. मुझे इतना भरोसा है, इतना विश्वास है हमारे लीडरशिप पे. अगर वो कोशिश करेंगे, they can do it. This is my final message, ma'am.
Yeah. Monica, your message?
Yeah, I like what even she was saying, and I didn't like that whole negativity, like, oh, it's been going on for years. He did say it. He say, ऐसा ही हुआ आता है, तो अभी तक, but that's the thing. That's what we want to change, right? We want to change. That's where it all starts. If you're always going to think, ऐसे ही होता है, ऐसे ही होता है, then your life will always be like this only. You have to make a first step. At least try, So I didn't like that. That was that wasn't right. I'm sorry.
So
That
thank
was
you,
it was uncomfortable.
He did not add to the cause. He was demoralizing everybody. That was what
Exactly.
I
He was
did
saying
not like.
ऐसे ही होता है. इतने सालों से ऐसे ही होता है, right?
If you can contribute
बदलाव का
positively, come
मतलब ही
forward.
यही है ना.
Otherwise, please stay away. That was my feeling. Anyway, ma'am, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah,
KP,
thank you
and
so
Monica,
much.
as always. I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow we'll be
with a
there.
stronger voice.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, ma'am.
See
Thank
you.
you. Good night.
Bye.
Good night to all your viewers.